you told me that you had cancer a while back.
Yep.
And how that factors into this whole journey of starting a camera store that is somewhat related, apparently.
He's a savage now.
Well, I mean,
so what did you have? What kind of? Okay, yeah. For what you had cancer? What kind of
ball
cancer?
Yep. I have. I lost a testicle, but yeah. Like I went to. So it started when I found out when I had it when I went to Colorado into the mountains, and I was snowboarding by myself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like noticed like wow, this is
really.
really.
Yeah, you were calling me up, just saying it felt weird.
Yeah, it was really heavy, and I was like, and I was seeing somebody at the time, and I've never had like any sort of STI or anything, so I was like, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I was like, I hope it's that, you know, like I don't want it to be anything else.
What if? I mean, you know, this might get a little weird. What did it feel like? Was it just
like totally transparent talking about this because people should know what it feels like so they can catch it
they
soon.
can know.
Like, I used to work for a lung cancer nonprofit, and I learned that the your best chance of survival is to get surgery, and then you go on to the other treatments. So
what age were you?
I think it's our age. This was in 2019.
So 20
33 minus.
I might have to have you check me out after this and tell me if it's
okay. But it was like it's heavy. Like you'll feel like it's like it pulls on you. You know,
Whoa,
like it's heavy and it's like there's a mass there. And eventually, when I got home, it was like I guess I gotta get this checked out because it's not going away. It hasn't been getting better. It's getting bigger and bigger. So.
Yeah, I remember we went to Aurora.
Yeah, right? I went to get checked out. They did an ultrasound on me. Didn't tell me anything at that time. And then I got a phone call with somebody from Aurora saying, like, you need to come in. We got to, do something else here. And I'm like, what's the issue? They're like, just come in. And I was like,
Travis called me saying,
my stomach started dropping.
He's like, I have a bad feeling about this. It's not good.
Yeah.
Like,
so
and I was like,
with me.
You should be fine. That's all I said. Yeah. I'm just trying to be optimistic about it.
Yeah. Wow, dude. So then you go in and they give you the news.
Yep. Gave me the news while he was sitting there with me.
And it makes your stomach just drop.
And I just like, I as anyone would, I broke down probably for a minute. And then I got back into it. I'm like, okay, what do we do next? At this point, like I just see myself
You're very
as
proactive about it.
Well, yeah, because it was awesome that I worked for a lung cancer nonprofit. Like that helped me realize there's options. And testicular cancer is 99 or 97% survival rate or something like that. It's really high. So I had this very small germ genetic mutation that made it a little bit more difficult. So I had to be on 3 different chemos at the same time.
Jeez, wow, man.
But I immediately got to work. I'm like, okay, I know what I need to do. Like, what's the game plan? They had to remove it. Yeah. That was kind of like a shock to me. It's like removing any part of your body just feels
I remember
weird.
After the surgery, he was going, you know how you get your nuts kicked or whatever?
Yeah.
That feeling?
Yeah.
He was doing that noise. And that's all I remember.
Yeah,
that's all I remember.
I don't blame him, man. Fucking taking his testicles out, bro.
Yeah. It was painful, but the thing I was worried about is is it gonna work the same? And the doctor's like, you're not gonna even.
It was kind of funny because he had you just want to. We went to a sperm bank or whatever, and me and him showed up, so we looked. It was so funny.
They're like,
it was so funny.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. They're like, what is happening?
Yeah. I had to do that beforehand just to have some on ice just in case. But after that, I went through 9 weeks of chemo, and came out the other end, no evidence of disease. So
really, man, that's awesome.
So when people say there's no cure for cancer, there is. It's just it takes some work.
Yeah, it's sort of just what cancer do you get, and do you find it early enough, and then hopefully get it removed and do.
When you're in the shower, if you got a significant other, have them playing around with them once in a while.
See if anything feels heavy.
Yeah,
the boobies too.
Yeah, you got to check everything.
You really have to get in there.
Yeah, everybody, whoever you watch this podcast with right now, turn to them and start checking them for cancer. That's awesome.
And take his podcast while you do
it. Yeah, dude, that's crazy, man. I mean, that's wild. How recent was that?
That was 2019.
You gotta explain the feeling of chemo though.
Oh, chemo was
what is chemo like, man?
That was weird watching him in the bed, just very sick,
fatigued, nauseous.
He's a big gamer, and when he doesn't game, that's a sign of he's.
I found myself wanting to lay in bed more than anything, and just watch him. That was a time when I remember what phone I had, the Moto X or whatever that had the attachments on the back. I had a projector attachment, so I just popped it up on my bed and laid in bed and watched movies on my my ceiling.
Wow, dude.
I had my dog, my dachshund, like by me all the time. She would not leave my side. She actually growled at my parents and like my siblings whenever they got close. She was protecting me. Yeah, she knew it.
So you just like, I mean, is that like a pill that you were doing chemo with?
So no, it was I went into the Vince Lombardi clinic, which I'll shout them out every time. They were awesome, like such good nurses there.
You still remember that one nurse? She was great.
Yeah, I think Kayla or something like that, or something like that. But so I don't remember the names, but I remember the faces like vividly because I was with them like probably a few hours a day.
Wow.
But I was on 3 different on a cocktail, like 3 different chemos. One of them really was rough. The one that made me lose my hair, I got like sores all over my like my.
How do you take the
joints?
Chemo? How does it work? How does chemotherapy?
It's I had a port. So they install a port in you, depending on how long you're going to get it for. They put a port in you, just to give them easy access, instead of like, because you can collapse veins if you put a needle in too often.
Oh wow!
So I had a port installed, and that was actually really convenient. And then they just hook me up, and then I go through like a few different bags. I get liquid or fluids, and then I go home feeling like crap. But
wow, is it like an instant like feeling like shit, or
no,
is it like kind of as it like
took a few sessions to start feeling like, oh, this is chemo. And then it took like probably like a few weeks for me to start losing hair. I'm like, oh, and it's weird. Like you just like starting
falls
to
out.
pull out hair.
Let me just shaved it off.
Yeah, eventually I was like, I just want to get rid of this because it's actually hurting. Like when you push your hair, it feels like little pricks pushing into your head.
Wow. Gosh, that's hard.
But and then there was a point that I went into like neutropenic shock, which was like,
what is that?
It's when you're something with your white blood levels being so low that your body's like, I don't know, like combating itself or some way. I don't know exactly what it caused, but it made my heart rate jump to like 180. And I felt like I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
I was like super awake. I was like, oh, like probably what like cocaine probably feels like,
Yeah.
And I went in twice for that. I went in the first time just to urgent care. They said they got me liquid or fluids, and I was fine. And then after that, I ended up being in the hospital for like a couple days.
Yeah. Damn, man.
And then I found out that, hey, if you give me one extra bag of fluids, I think I might be fine. And my nurses listened to me. And then after that, I never had to deal with that. So,
wow.
And they were like, oh, we're going to start telling like other people that have this issue that maybe we'll just give them extra fluids and they won't have to deal with that.
Wow, dude. Yeah. Well, that worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, what is this? And this is 2019 when this is all going on. I mean, you guys have, at this point, you have an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have the store yet, but like,
This was before the LLC, I think. This was like January to like April. April's when I was
this is like
this was right before the LLC. Yeah. You were doing gigs and stuff though.
Yeah,
you had a full-time job.
But like we put everything off.
Yeah,
because
when you got the news that like, okay, I'm good, is that kind of what like lit the fire to be like, we need to do this. We need to do this now.
Yep. I bought a house. I bought a classic car, and I made an LLC all in a row.
Yeah, shit.
I was like, okay, now I'm gonna like actually like catch up on life.
Let's risk it.
Yeah, live.
Yeah, live. Like now's the time. Like it completely changed my perspective on life.
Wow, man. Yeah. That's. I mean, it's a crazy and an awful thing to like have to go through. But God, man, it's almost. It's beautiful that you're able to like learn
something from it.
And take a silver lining.
You take something away from it like that, and you're like, okay, like I understand what life's all about now. And like when I was in like the shower and stuff, I forced myself to think about like, what if I don't make it past this? Like what's gonna happen to my family, and like what it makes you think about a lot of stuff. And like I came out on the other side like better than I was before. So
yeah, dude. And now we're here. Now we're celebrating 1 year almost of you guys having the physical location. You guys are crushing it.
Thanks for watching that last video, guys. Click right over here to see the episode in its entirety, or click over here to subscribe and check out all the other cool shit we have on the channel. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Do it.